It's finally begun. In a bubble universe that resembled a prison cell, she felt the paths of hair flow through the core of her of reason. Although she did not witness the process, this was a sign in itself. Branya has finally grasped how to control those key nodes. Without doubt, Branya was doing the opposite of what she suggested. By using her connection with the Hersher's core, she screened out and peeled off as much information planted in it by Hair as possible. Hair would naturally use Project Sigma to counteract it. But from Prometheus' perspective, Hair had no reason to be so hostile towards Branya. "What kind of being are you?" was an unanswered question she had asked Hair too many times. So it's not just targeted at Hersher of reason. Do you want to confess your past in such a seemingly unwitting way, and make me attest to this match by my own will? Although there was no actual chessboard, Hair and Branya continued fighting back and forth. Mistlin Shariak and Branya Zajic had both bet themselves on this strategic game. "Uncle Grey Serpent, are you telling the story of castles in the air?" "Oh, you've heard of this phenomenon?" "Yes, Sensei told us it's a wondrous heavenly kingdom that can only be seen at special times and places." "She used to talk about taking us to the sea, but since the great eruption, she hasn't mentioned it." "I see. That makes it much easier for me to explain. The place I will tell is a magical kingdom, not unlike the castle in the sky. If the heavenly kingdom is the projection of reality in the sky, then the suspended world I will tell is the projection of data. The projection of data? What does it mean? Think of it as something me or Mr. Rover would dream about. For us, dreams and reality aren't that far apart." "Huh? But even the kids in the roost are past the age of mixing dreams and reality. Why would you two?" "Haha, I'm kidding. Sora-chan, what have you dreamed about?" "I'm very forgetful. I can't remember most of my dreams. But there's this one dream. A dream where everyone in the roost lived in a house and would never starve or scurry again, just like now." "And Sensei stays with us. She doesn't go on trips anymore." "I feel a bit embarrassed telling you that. Galena and Lyle say I lack imagination." "You don't. You're just too pure and honest." "You see, everything you dream about is an extension of reality." The suspended world is a projection of this extension, only more abstract. Yes, it's like a world built from building blocks. I can't explain it very well. Too bad these worlds are all situated on steep cliffs. Otherwise, I could take you there. You'll understand at a glance. Are you saying this magical place is on the moon? Uncle Great Serpent, please take me there. After coming here, Mark II has learned many things. It'll figure out a way. Looks like you've gotten used to life in New Atra. Too bad the world outside isn't peaceful. I know you're bold but cautious, but if I let you out alone in danger, the other great serpent will chew my ears off. But if someone's willing to accompany you, things will be different. Such as Sila, your new sister. I'm sure she won't turn your invite down. Won't you agree, Sila? Sila, you're back! Sora, if you need help with anything, please let me know. Yay! Sila, can you go to the place Uncle Grey Serpent talked about with me? I want to see the suspended world of data. I'd love to, but I didn't hear the whole story. But there's definitely more to Grey Serpent's account. Mr. Grey Serpent, even though you explain it with mirages, is data entering reality really part of Project Stigma? Oh no, you misunderstood, Miss Sila. I won't ever lie to Sora. Protecting their dreams is part of raising them. If you're suspicious, why don't you go see it for yourself? That scene can be strange to someone who lived with a certain genius hacker. It's nothing really. For you two, it's basically an attraction where you control machines. I know, I'll go check it out with Sora. Sora, shall we go? Okay. This is the place. Ah, Sila, look up. Is that the suspended world? Sila, let's send Mark II over there. Wow, I don't understand why Uncle Grey Serpent thought it was a mirage, but it does look like a world built from building blocks. If Sensei comes to pick us up, I'll show her this place. She'll be so amazed, right, Sila? Sila? Ah, nothing. Sorry, Sora. I don't know about that. But now that we've found the suspended world, let's tell Grey Serpent. Okay. Grey Serpent likened it to a mirage because that feeling can't be wrong. This suspended world is a complex existence. But why did he tell us about it? So it's a stigma with a concrete form.
原来如此，以实体的形式直接存在的生恒吗？
It defies common sense, but matches intel from May.
情报互相吻合。
The information previously implanted by Hare now took the form of a seed of idea right before her eyes. Through previous verification, Brania had analyzed and secured it. Now it's time for the strip.
就是准备剥离了。
Verify again. Seed of Idea, Legend of Cecilia Shariak. Of course, the memories before were connected to Kiana's mother.
妈妈有关。
Strip.
"一上一下，人上之光。决战的时刻到了，以此烈火，战无不断。安息吧，去吧，希尔，去守护我们的圣地。 终于结束了
Is
吗
it finally over?
进展似乎有
Things
些
seem
慢。
to have been progressing slowly.
快点找到
Hurry
其
and
他
find
病
the
毒
other
植入的信息
information
吧。
planted by Hare.
应该
There
还剩
should
5
be
个左右
about 5 left. Verify. Enabled by special traits from her Herrscher of the Reason identity, Brania once again assessed the fragment in front of her. I have heard people talk about the cruelty of hell. a place of despair and suffering, with burning thorns everywhere and rivers of flowing sulfur. Every sinner is cast into the eternal fire and will burn forever for his or her transgressions. The greater the sins, the stronger the flames. It's a pain that transcends death. There's no escape and no end. But not without hope, though. Even fully prepared, he was still subject to heavy corruption from approaching the opponent. After a long time, he finally became able to open his mechanical eyes. Contrary to his statement, the snow falling down around him resembled ashes from heaven. During intervals of his speech, her eyes occasionally moved from the person in front of him to the window reflecting blinding sunshine in the distance. Amidst the dazzling light lurked a stalker. Great Serpent had no doubt. The short distance made him curious, and he wasn't troubled. After all, compared with the idea before him, the watcher was nothing. Keep going. That is, if you don't mind telling me this means another death for you. It matters not. The meaning of something can only become obvious after it's gone. Anyway, the sinners in hell, if someone would cry for them, the tears would drop onto their flames. And slightly relieve the suffering. With sufficient tears, the fire might even go out for a while. Which is to say, you also believe I'm beyond redemption. And you happen to be the kind that's unlikely to draw any sympathetic tears. You're also in a pain beyond death, but unlike the fire, you're unable to either put an end to it or diminish it. You won't talk to me like this otherwise. The woman finally left the burning fire after her trick was caught out. She recovered instantly. I thought you told the story for consolation. As a visitor from the other side, since you can easily touch everything's nature, it's impossible to keep something from you. In fact, no matter the means, intensifying your despair is in my interest. Only this way, another invitation from me at the cost of another of my lives can hold a better chance. Slanting the umbrella to the side, the man reached out his hand. Drawing war serpent, you will get what you're after. Truth be told, it wasn't the first time for her to receive such an invitation, so you know the answer. As for Project Sigma, I'm not interested, even if it's the reality in the future. Do me a favor and leave this place. Until now, I'm still not used to seeing any life wither because of me.
因我而凋零。
That's unnecessary. After being this close to you for so long, this shell is beyond repair. Just like every time before.
就像过去的每一次一样。
Correct. And this is what I offer you for joining World Serpent, and you've desired the most. Death. I'm not really following you.
我不是很明白你的意思。
You're not the only one with a special body. Since I can always find you, it's not a problem for me to know everything about you. Such as, you try to end your life dozens of times for the never-ending agony. And I had the privilege to watch over half of your suicidal performances up close. You're disgusting.
令人恶心。
For me, the end justifies the means. And you, as a thorough hollow, you've exhibited extraordinary imagination when it comes to killing yourself. You don't need air, but you plunge yourself into deep water. You don't need a concrete form, but you stabbed yourself with a knife. The reason I came here today is to end your fruitless endeavors and offer you real hope. For example, sorry, I'm afraid you came
你来
late.
的稍微晚了一些。
Huh?
你知道
You know I can awaken stigma inside human bodies at will.
唤醒人类体内的伤痕。
I also know you had given it up when we first met. This is exactly the reason why I can say no to you.
正是这件事，
I finally met someone who would.
却不会因此凋零的人。我终于见到了。
That's surprising. The best suited are one in a million, and once they disappear, it can be difficult to find another. Without any sign, Great Serpent raised his pistol to the window he previously looked at. It wasn't until now that he realized the water in the dark was the biggest obstacle to his mission. You... The girl's consciousness was flung out of the memory fragment. Before pulling the trigger, Great Serpent's body was already fully corrupted. This naturally put an end to the memory fragment that belonged to him. But aside from more puzzles, the girl got nothing. Just like Grania, it didn't feel like she showed up in Siberia. It's more like she was born there. No wonder it's a snowfield here.
这里会是一片雪原。
And her temperament was completely different then.
看起来也和现在完全不同。
From her own experience, she made a vague guess but didn't dwell on it. After all, she didn't relive the past memories simply to know the opponent. Well, time for the
继
next
续下一
step.
步吧。拜托了，另一个我真拿你没办法。伺机而动，五行相生，分时化日。该我出场了。都躲在哪儿呢？快出来玩吧！仙儿知道了， 们了！来捉你们了！希儿知道了，希儿知道了。来捉你们了！希儿知道了，来捉你们了！希儿知道了。去吧，希儿。
你现没事了，无所谓。无需修饰，一上一下，人上之光。
决战的时刻到了！心炎，拔剑！不许你伤害希儿的朋友！跟我一起战斗吧！是。希儿知道了，来捉你们了！希儿知道了。自由的感觉真好喽！
伺机而动。我所要做的，一上一下，人上之光。
轮到我了，小心烫伤！审判的时刻到，以此烈火，战无不断。
Day of Thrown Thunder. It's a conversion device installed on Selene. Though it resembles the device of modern technology in terms of function, slight differences remain. The great achievement reveals the deicide complex in humanity. To control the future of everyone, the numerous talented mind honed the sharp sword that challenges all rules. Before the final moment came, how would the driver passionate about grand trolls look like when he found out about the feebleness of Selene? No one could tell. Some of the structures aren't essential. Did they adopt this design just in order to get a higher budget? Plain,